Good morning, everyone. We've doubled up on the guests today. And today we're joined by father and son duo Martin and Roman Kemp. The makeup department have been having a field day. Good morning. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. Yes.
Now, listen, at the end of the show, it's your food heavens or your food hells. You've both got very similar tastes. So, Martin, what's your idea of food heaven?
Heaven's going to be spaghetti aglio e olio. Very simple, very basic, but beautiful.
OK. And what about you, Roman?
I've gone chicken Milanese.
A big nugget.
Oh, yes. I basically said to your department, I was like, I like chicken nuggets and chips, and so we've made a big chicken nugget.
Right. OK, so a two-course Italian meal there. And what about food hell, Martin?
Trout. For me, too many bones, don't understand it, not enough meat.
Do you have a fear of them?
I don't have a fear of it as such. No, troutism, I don't have that.
What, muddy?
Yeah, but I don't like trout.
OK. What about you, Ram?
Yeah, again, very similar. But cold fish, any form of it, like smoked salmon vibe, no.
OK, fine.
Smoked salmon's beautiful.
No.
Not now. Don't argue.
Got no class.
Say that for the
got no class.
Stop.
Let's see what else is on today's menu. Bryn Williams, you got something seasonal for us?
I have indeed, yes. So, new season asparagus, just in season. So, asparagus, wild garlic, fried egg and a bacon dressing.
Very nice. Dina Mackey, good to have you back.
Thank you. Got Omani-inspired lamb tacos with a habanero and pomegranate salsa.
Very nice.
Is that a designer one then, Omani?
No, I can't.
There's your working class roots. The dad jokes have begun. And Hells, what have you got for us?
So, some really lovely wines with the dishes, and also I've been let loose. I will be getting you out of your wine ruts later on. So, whatever you love, I'm going to try and make you try something similar but a bit different.
Bryn doesn't look convinced on that one.
Yes, Bryn's so not convinced. He's so happy in his wine rut. He just wants to
Mine's
stay
not
there.
a rut, mine's a paradise.
It's a very expensive taste, old Bryn. Right, there you go. We'll see you at 10.
Sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Good morning. Get ready for our weekly delivery of delicious food, top drinks and a generous dollop of chaos because Saturday Kitchen Live. Good morning, welcome to the show. Two brilliant chefs in the kitchen today. Bryn Williams dancing into his 41st appearance. Dina Mackey making a triumphant return for round 2, and we've lost count of the number of shows and bottles she's done. Helen McKinn. Now today's special guests are a father and son duo who between them have entertained us for decades on telly, radio and playing to packed arenas worldwide. They've both truly conquered the airwaves and now they're about to conquer our kitchen. Please welcome brilliant Martin and Roman Kemp.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, boys.
Thank you very much for having us.
How are you? Nice to see you. How are you?
All right. What? No, literally, can I, right, I'm going to start the elephant in the room here, right? I said this morning, I was like, Dad, I'm going in today, I'm going to wear a nice, dark kind of blue, navy blue shirt. It's going to have that little, texture to it. He goes, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, see you later. He turns out in the exact same shirt. Some of it has really done you over, so thank you very much for that.
Anyway, Matt, what did you say?
He said,
how are you?
I'm losing it. I forgot Alexa's name the other day. I did.
You forgot
I forgot Alexa's name the other day. You know, you say, Alexa, what's the weather like today? I was going, Siri? Oh, Alexa.
It's because you were shouting shit.
Anyway, I'm very well.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for coming now. Now, listen, it's kind of like bring your dad to work day. You've never done this show.
I've never done this show. No, I've seen my dad on here. I mean, this must be your, 78th time doing it?
It is, I think.
But no, thank you so much for having me. Really
welcome along.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your brilliant podcasts a bit later.
Great.
I have to listen to a lot of podcasts on this show. A lot of them I dip in and out of.
Okay.
A lot of them I just don't listen to.
And this was one of them.
I know, I love it. Generally, if there's one podcast I want to listen to all the time and people at home should go and listen to it, it's theirs because it's funny.
Oh,
it's
thank
very
you so
funny.
much.
Really, really.
Well, you know, when we made it, we were just thinking all the time, let's make people belly laugh.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
There's enough of just
Well,
listening.
I was sneaking.
I don't like comedy where you just go, Yeah, I want people to laugh.
I was walking around the streets with my earbuds in last night, listening to it. It's very funny. Anyway,
Great.
We'll talk about that later. Right, let's see what we're eating this week. Bryn, what you got?
I'm doing a very seasonal dish, so green asparagus. We're going to peel the green asparagus, cook in just a little bit of water, some butter, toss in some wild garlic, a fried egg, and some bacon dressing. So it's all about Mother Nature, all about the green things growing.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
You're
There
so
you go.
poetic.
Poetic, that's the one.
That looks beautiful. A few nice techniques in that. That's a good-looking egg, that, Bryn. Nice and crispy on the outside.
I didn't ask for a crispy egg, but
Well, you got one. Dina, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now you're mixing your sort of Omani
Yeah.
heritage with tacos.
Yeah, just came back from Mexico, so I'm going to bring you an Omani-inspired spiced lamb tacos
Okay.
with habanero and pomegranate salsa.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Nice little freebie trip to Mexico there.
Yeah, I work.
Working
Work
holiday.
hard.
What you got?
I've got wine. I've got really nice wine for your dishes. Different, because we've had asparagus on fairly recently, obviously with it being in season, but a very different style of wine for that one.
Okay.
And then I'm so looking forward to the wine ruts. We're going to be looking at wines
Yep.
to get you out of your wine ruts.
Okay.
So different things. Even you, Bryn.
mine's not ruts, mine's paradise.
You love where you are.
He's not going to change now. He's too old.
Too old.
Old dog, new tricks and all that. Now, Martin Roman, at the end of the show, food heaven, food hell. It's a bit different this week, so it's food heavens, because you both have very similar tastes.
Yes.
Food hells.
Okay.
Right, Martin, tell us about your food heaven.
Heaven for me is spaghetti aglio e olio.
Okay.
Where it's really simple, really nice, but good pasta and great olive oil.
dish.
Yeah, simple dish, but it's my favourite.
Okay.
Is he pronouncing that right?
I don't know.
Because can I tell you, my whole life, I've heard my dad go to, the person working at the restaurant, and he'd go, I love spaghetti, and I go, and I see their face go,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
But they all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I just...
It's right.
Aglio e olio.
I think it's a silent G.
What
Sounds
you're saying
right.
is right.
You'll notice I've avoided it in every single link later.
Great.
Tell us about your food.
Mine's a chicken Milanese.
Okay.
I mean, we're massive Italian food fans, as is so many
Yeah.
people around the world. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I adore it. A little bit
Yeah.
crispy.
Nice.
You know what I mean,
It's a big chicken nugget.
It is.
Right?
Exactly.
Because that is all he eats.
Exactly what it is. Okay, two-course Italian. What about hell?
I'm going to go trout. Trout, I
Why?
never got on with, never understood. It's too bony.
Okay.
There's not enough meat on it.
Right.
It's everything that I don't like about fish.
Okay, and Roman?
Going on the theme that we're just copying each other's things, including what we wear. Anything cold fish, and specifically smoked salmon.
Right.
Like...
No? Just having trouble with smoked salmon?
Is it a texture thing?
It takes me back to... Well, the thing is I don't really think... Yeah, it's the texture, it's the smell, it's the taste.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, as ever, it's down to you guys at home what Martin and Roman gets to eat at the end of the show, but would you choose their food heavens and two Italian classics? If so, I'm going to make a chicken Milanese. I'm going to fry up a chicken supreme in breadcrumbs. I'm going to serve it alongside some basil oil and a little rocket and parmesan salad. Super simple.
Oh.
And for Martin's pasta, we're tossing fresh linguine through olive oil, some garlic, a pinch of chilli, lots of parmesan, black pepper. Simple but delicious. Or would you rather I attempt to convince them on their food house? So I'm going to poach a beautiful piece of chalk stream trout. Matix. No, you haven't tried chalk stream. It's delicious. It's not muddy. It's delicious. Nice thing. Anyway, that's going to be poached. I'm going to serve it with a watercress mayonnaise and pickled cucumber. I'm going to serve that alongside an Icelandic-inspired dish of potatoes, dill, smoked salmon, and sour cream. So vote for Martin or Roman's Food Heavens or Hells. Log on to the website and view the terms and privacy notices. Right, it's enough from me for now. Bryn, do you want to get cooking?
Yes, we'll get cooking.
So not many ingredients.
No, well, there's 4, 5.
I know, sometimes though, it's covered, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think this time of year, I know it sounds a little bit poetic, but Mother Nature is all about what's growing. Don't laugh.
I look at you, I don't think poetry.
Even though as a Welshman.
Well, they're not all poetic.
Well, we are, really.
It's a huge generalisation.
I know, but...
Sorry about that, everyone at home.
It's just,
OK.
It's the first thing that's really growing in season now, so we've got to not mess about with it too much, but just bring out the flavours. So that's the key thing, really, is making sure that the asparagus is the star of the show, not the cooking process, you know?
OK. Right, so this is going with some pancetta, but
Pancetta
you'd like
bacon.
to blanch yours.
So we blanch it first, and the reason when we say blanch it, we just bring it up to the boil, is for... If it's been cured, a lot of Italian cooking, for instance, they cure it and then let it hang and smoke it. It could be 6, 7, 8 weeks old. You don't really know how old it is unless it's in a package. So you just bring it to the boil, just kills any impurities off, and it's easier to cut later as well. You get a better...
So you're doing it for aesthetics as well as anything?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's just a bit of both. Aesthetics and to make sure you've taken all that dry salt out the sides and the dry pork.
What would you do with that?
We keep all the trimmings. We make a smoked chicken stock with it. So if we make a chicken sauce, you just fuse all the smoked bacon trimmings into the sauce, and then you get all the flavour from it. So nothing's wasted.
Right, and you're peeling your asparagus?
Yes, so if you...
Necessary or not?
Well, not always, but being a chef, you always... You know, I said Mother Nature, let the ingredients be the star, but you're always trying to put a little spin and show what you can do.
Yeah.
So
like to peel away.
Peel away,
I think whenever I see anything green, I just keep peeling it until it's gone. You know what I mean? I've peeled it. It's in
You're
there.
quite a good cook, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm all right, but yeah, as I say, anything green, just keep going until it's completely gone.
it's gone. Matt wouldn't peel it because he's too lazy.
It's not that at all.
Yes, it is.
No, I like the kind of the snap and the I don't think. Do you know what? What I can't bear is when you get a chef and they'll take that off, that little. I said, what is the point of that? What has that ever done to anyone? You're not going to choke on it. What's the point?
Well,
don't get it. Tell me.
I do it, so I have no idea. So.
It's purely through aesthetics, isn't it?
It is, but I think food, it's got to look good and taste good. So combination of the two, it's important. You've forgot your roots.
You're weird.
You've forgot your training, I'd say. Mark will be having a pop. Sure. So so you're dicing the bacon.
Yep.
So now it's been blanched, pressed overnight. You don't have to press overnight, but once it's gone cold, dice it all up, and you're going to make a bacon dressing.
Okay.
So we're going to fry off the bacon. All the fats and the oils will come out of it. We'll just take that out. We'll add some vinegar, mustard, put the oil back in, salt and pepper. So you're basically making a warm bacon dressing to go with your asparagus.
Nice. And where would you find this in your empire?
Empire.
Lord Vader.
It'll be in all 3 restaurants, really.
Okay.
In some shape or form. So the egg would be on there, the asparagus, the bacon. So at the touring club in Cardiff, you'd have a very similar dish to this.
Okay.
That's would have something a bit more refined, maybe, and then this would be on the menu in North Wales, Portheos as well.
Okay.
So asparagus peeled. So we're going to cook the asparagus just about enough water. And the reason we just added just enough, I always think when we boil our vegetables, you lose a lot of the flavour. So we got a little bit of water, salt, and I'm going to put a piece of paper, if I can find it, right in front of me. There you go. So that's it. So you're going to fry off the bacon. This is a dish that, yeah, you're right, there's not a lot going on, as in technique. There's a lot of techniques going on, but not a lot going on at the start, but it all comes together at the end. So the fried egg's got to be nice and runny, the bacon dressing's got to be...
Crispy on the outside.
Well, I didn't ask for crispy egg.
As I like it.
Well, you can do the...
Nobody wants one of those wobbly eggs. Nobody likes those.
Yeah.
No.
Nice one, Hel.
Sorry,
Come on.
I'm not having that. You know those eggs that are put in water baths?
No, I didn't. So, we've got...
Bryn, can I just say, I've never... That technique you've just done to make the cartouche round was very
yes.
I've never seen
You're
that before.
You're making everything look
Easy,
wonderful and fancy there. I've got to say, I've never seen someone drizzle water like it was over.
Watch and learn, Robert. Watch and learn.
You could have just got out
like this.
Yeah. So the key to cartouche is making sure it's not bigger than a frying pan, especially if you're cooking on gas, like you'll catch a fire. So it's got to fit inside. And the reason we use it is just the lid, just to cook the asparagus, because if there's only about 2-3 ml of water in it, butter, it'll just steam and cook at the same time. By the time it cooks, there's no water, so all the flavour's kept in the dish. That's what we want. So, right, do you want...
So you want me to do the eggs, yeah?
Do the eggs. You can fry 2 eggs for me.
Okay.
Crispy as you like.
Yeah.
And then I will...
Finish in butter. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. While you frying the bacon, we're going to go into the wild garlic. So, all the wild garlic, you just take the stalks off. And then the wild garlic is just going to be added into the asparagus right at the last minute. Because you can eat it raw, but we just want to wilt it down. And this...
Loads of it around. I've noticed it's all flouring now. It's on its way out, isn't it?
No, nobody,
Matt, can I just say, I think you ought to really concentrate on the eggs this time round.
Oh, yeah. I haven't got much to do in this recipe.
Yes.
Just looking at bacon.
Well, just make sure you don't ruin it then. You've used the wrong pan for a start.
Yeah, I know I have.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
OK, so we're going to keep the stalks as well. We'll add the stalks to the dressing the very, very last minute as well. So you can see, yes, it's a very, very seasonal dish, but it's all about the ingredients, and at our farm that supplies all the restaurants, my brother grows all the asparagus. We pick all the wild garlic. We used to have all our own chickens, but unfortunately Mr. Fox got hold of them.
Right.
So this is a dish that quite often we use all from our own land, which is beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Does that go throughout the restaurant group?
between, yeah, I'd say April through to September, October. I'd
Right.
say 70% of all the ingredients has come from the farm, which my brother picks and grows.
Nice.
Yeah. So bacon's crispy.
Yeah.
You've got rid of
That's your oil.
got rid of the oil. We can add some vinegar. So just making it as you would do a normal dressing, but just as a warm one. In with the vinegar. Reduce the vinegar down. Then I'm going to add a little bit of Dijon mustard, just to give it a little bit of heat. It's important now that we reduce the vinegar, because raw vinegar is not a great flavour. So we're just going to add the mustard.
You get a lot from your brother, right?
We get a lot of ingredients from Wales, yes. I just think we're so curious about where our ingredients come from.
Yeah.
When you grow it yourself,
Yeah.
the connection to it's so important. I think what we tend to forget is we are what we eat, but we forget what everything's grown in as well. So the soil is the most important thing. So we do a lot of work. We got herbal lays down in the farm in Wales, so
Right.
good for the bees, good for the cattle. So it's all about making sure that the land is as good as possible, nutrient as possible, to grow fantastic veg.
Right.
Without great soil, you can't have great vegetables. So
Do you like working with your brother?
the question is, does he like work with me?
Yeah, does
I doubt it.
Fair.
So, sauces in there. So I've just
What
added
was that?
a little bit of pork sauce. So
Okay.
any leftover gravy juice you got, just keep it in the fridge or freeze in ice cubes.
Okay.
A little bit of sauce in there. I can add the oil back in, and that's going to create our dressing. We're not going to emulsify it. It's going to be a slight split dressing.
Okay.
And if it needs a little bit more oil...
So, I mean, you brought this jus gravy
Yeah.
from the restaurant.
I did indeed,
But this
yeah.
is the sort of thing, so a Sunday roast, roast pork, blah, 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 you're left with a bit, leave it in the fridge, and then you can make the dressing.
Yeah, just keep the dressing. You literally put a couple of teaspoons in, that's it. So the bacon dressing is done. We've got 1 minute, Matt. 1 minute.
Delicious crispy white, you saw the big sign.
Yes. OK, so we've bacon
So
dressing.
on this. 41 appearances, that's why.
Bacon dressing.
Egg! Do you want to say something?
Oh, yes. Bacon dressing's done, so we can add the wild garlic stalks in,
Yeah.
which is good. Mix them through, and the asparagus is
Nice.
done.
Smells amazing.
So, we just want to literally just cook the asparagus. And you can see there now, the camera can get in there, there's hardly any water left.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're keeping all the flavour.
Okay.
So the technique for me, seasonal... Have I got salt in there? Of course I've got salt.
Yeah, you have.
Too much salt, is that what you're saying?
Sure about that. Don't forget, if you want to make Bryn's porky asparagus, you can find his recipe at bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen, or you can scan the QR code here, and it'll take you straight to this delicious dish.
I've just added the wild garlic. We're
Yep.
just literally 30 seconds just to get some heat into it. In it goes. 2 plates today, innit?
2 plates,
Two
please.
plates. Asparagus in. You got the eggs? Crispy eggs?
Chef.
What have we got? Is
You've
it
got
crispy?
delicious crispy eggs that aren't broken.
Yeah, rehearsal. You broke them all.
I broke 2.
Yeah, you well
Yeah.
done, Matt.
Thanks.
On you go.
Right, Owen, yeah?
Yes, sir. Please,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
OK. And we're just going to finish off with the pork dressing.
Nice.
So, as you say, very, very simple ingredients, but in season for what? Wild garlic asparagus in season for 4 or 5 weeks tops.
Not long, is it?
So I think we've got to really, really maximise when they're here. Thank you. And then if you could put a little bit of salt on the egg yolk, please, Matthew, that would be great. There you go. And that is it.
Asparagus has got enough salt.
Ah, OK.
Right, which one are you happy with?
This one.
Fine. Right, it looks lovely, but I've forgotten its name.
Green asparagus, wild garlic, fried egg and a bacon dressing.
Brilliant. Right, inbound. I'll do this gently because I slid straight
Wow, look at that.
into it. Right.
Yum.
Yeah, tuck into your greens,
It
mate.
really does.
I think what's good as well, you literally cook it in 6 minutes.
Ah, superb.
It's
Is
about-
this just for me and Roman then?
Yeah, off you go, yeah.
We getting spoiled?
Yeah.
You're not sharing? You mean you don't want to share the green bit?
Well, don't worry, we'll get this over with. Everyone will dive in, don't worry
You don't
about
like green vegetables?
Sorry?
You don't eat green vegetables?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sat next to my dad. Yeah, of course I do.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
it. Hells, what have we got?
So we've got a marsan with this. When we had asparagus last time, when Theo was on, very different ingredients. Obviously asparagus there, but everything else he had. But with this, because you've got the butter and the bacon, we can go for a wine with a bit more richness. So this is the Irresistible Marsan from the Co-op. It's $9.50. So Marsan's the grape. It's from the Rhone region. It's from the Rhone region, but it's got that just a little bit more richness to it, which you can take. It's still fresh. For $9.50.
Because asparagus is quite difficult to match with wine, isn't it? So our wine waiter in Odette's, he's always encouraging you to pull a bit of richness, so a bit of bacon, a bit of butter. It basically makes this job easier, really, to combine white wine with asparagus.
Is that what you were doing? You were helping Helen out?
He was. He's all hot.
Isn't he?
He is.
He's a giver.
Yes, he is a giver.
Isn't he?
Very much, Diane.
I know we're talking about the wine at the moment, but that is the business. That is absolutely brilliant.
The balsamic is
It's absolutely brilliant.
It's almost like you can't taste the greens.
Everything's fair with an egg.
Well, I think the richness of the egg just...
I like an egg, I think.
I like
Do you not want the egg crispy?
I wouldn't have a crispy egg.
Do you want crispy egg?
I like it.
Thank you.
I think
Everyone likes crispy eggs.
Sorry, Brent, it's beautiful.
But next time...
But it's the egg.
What are you doing in a bit?
Oh, I'm making some Omani-inspired tacos with their habanero and pomegranate salsa.
Very nice. Right, now in the summer, we're planning a special show featuring some of your all-time favourite dishes. It could be a foolproof recipe that never lets you down, or a dish that you bring out on special occasions. Whatever your favourite Saturday Kitchen recipe is, we'd love to hear from you. So drop us an email at saturday.kitchen@cactustv.co.uk or leave a comment on social media. And while you're there, do you want Martin and Roman to enjoy their food heavens, a 2-course linguine with olive oil, garlic alongside a chicken Milanese, or their food hells poached trout with watercress, mayo, potato, dill and smoked salmon salad, pickled cucumber? The choice is yours. Well done, Rick. Right, that recipe, or this recipe rather, was inspired by Rick's trip to the Auvergne there. Super simple, there's nothing to this, and that's kind of the beauty of it. It's a blueberry tart, and very simply, the filling is some creme fraiche, vanilla, icing sugar, a couple of eggs, and there's some almonds in it as well, and some blueberries. Now, I've just had the info that you don't actually like blueberries.
I don't like fruit, mate. I'm not going to lie. We're going to stick to it. But I like 3 things: chicken nuggets, chips, and beer.
That's right, because lager's your drink of choice.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. When they called me up and they said, "Well, what do you like to eat?" I'm like, "Well, you know."
He's never eaten fruit. Never, all his life. You know, when he was a little boy, right?
Just terrible parenting.
When he was a little boy, I offered him a lot of money to eat a grape once, and he wouldn't eat it.
I fed a grape to a bear the other day.
What?
Anyway, that's what it's like. Sorry, that's a different story.
No, let's go back there, shall we?
Let's talk about you.
Yeah, go on.
Right, let's talk. Anyway, so look, in here, I'm confused now. That was cassis.
You're confused.
Blackcurrant liqueur, that goes in there. About sort of, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes or something like that, just to get their juices out, just to soften them. And then I'm going to put those in this tart and then bake it with those almonds, and it's very easy, basically. Right, so almonds in the base. The almonds are there to soak up any sort of excess juices so it doesn't get too wet. That's probably enough of that. Right, so while we do this, let's talk about the podcast. We're used to seeing the two of you on telly, Gogglebox, ITV Mornings. You work well together. You've got this natural kind of riff off each other, and it's really endearing. And I love the podcast. I've said it earlier.
Thank you.
It's a real good listen. It's really
well. What a
warm,
podcast
feel
is.
good.
What a podcast is really X-rated Gogglebox.
Yeah, it's a very good.
That's worth putting it.
And I love the way it opens, and it's just there's no fancy music or anything. It's just like walking in, saying hello, sitting down, chatting.
Yeah, so...
What's it called, though? Because I'm not allowed to say it.
So we can't say it on TV what it's meant to be called, much to a lot of people saying, you sure you want to call it that? But basically, there's 3 letters that I won't mention, but after that, it's called My Dad is Martin Kemp.
It's like, for goodness sake, my dad is...
Yeah, of sorts, yeah, exactly. But if you type in Martin Kemp, you'll find it. But no, to be honest, like, I came to my dad and I just said, you know, with this one, I want to do something, and every time that we've done things before, it's kind of been for a different reason. Like when Gogglebox came around, originally, you know, my dad didn't necessarily want to do it. You know, you were quite an introverted person, and you didn't really want to show too much of your private life. But for me, it's like I want to be able to show my grandkids the relationship that I have with my dad, and so the podcast is... So many people say to me, I bet your dad's got the best advice for you, I bet he's got all of this. So it's a bit annoying, to be totally honest, that he is Martin Kemp, because now I've got to harvest all of this information. So this podcast is for when he's dead. So that's the long and short of it, is so that I've got audio tapes of every different topic so that I can harvest as
Do you know what? I mean, it sounds morbid, but the number of people you speak to, they always say, oh, I wish I'd asked this, or...
Oh, don't feed him, man.
The first episode that we put out, it was, you know, it's all about his death.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's a really important topic that not enough people talk about, their own mortality or mortality of their loved ones. And I think as well, like, especially knowing what people want at their funeral. You know, we have a long chat, and it's kind of like a long thing to work out throughout the podcast what exactly you want at your funeral. Do you remember any of the songs that you said you wanted?
I can.
Yeah, go on.
The Only Way Is Up.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Or The Only Way Is Down, as you first.
Listen, when Roman came to me and says, I've got this idea for a podcast, I knew there was going to be a catch. I knew it. It's never straightforward.
There's some very funny moments, though. I like your idea of heaven. Go up to the slightly rusting pearly gates. There's dry ice.
Yeah, and I'm playing the band.
There's like the best band in the world.
Yeah, of course.
And you didn't know who John Bonham was?
No, not at all. But the thing is,
educate him like that.
But like, you know, I say this all the time, you know, and I can take the mick out of my dad as much as possible, but, you know, like any son would. But at the end of the day, my dad's still my best mate, and, you know, and I want to, you know, everything that he's achieved, I want to be able to have that with my kids and show my kids, or, you know, my future kids, what that relationship was like. So this is really a nice way for us to kind of put all these conversations together, albeit... If you've seen us on Gogglebox, my dad tells me a lot more than I probably should hear.
I say things to Ro, I think fathers should never say to their sons.
Yeah.
I do that.
But why not?
I do that. There's a very blurred line between parenting and just being a mate.
Yeah,
I think.
But we've lost the parenting bit now, Matt.
Yeah.
We just go for the blurred line.
What happens is that I am now the parent.
Is that really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, well, my son can be a bit like that to me, actually.
Yeah.
So, right, listen, I'll tell you about this. OK, so very simply, blueberries in, you start to see they sort of break down, the juices are released. So put those in, the almonds will soak that up. Then this is the little vanilla mix. So pour that in. And then bake it, and it goes in for about 25 minutes at 180. Yeah, let's try not to. I think I might have overfilled it. You could use frozen blueberries for this as well, by the way, and they're a bit more economical because blueberries can be quite expensive in that quantity. Anyway, some of the other bits and pieces I loved from the podcast so far is you know a lot about funerals in the Philippines. Look at me walking. The Philippines and Brazil.
Oh, no, listen, we were talking about it. They have this funeral there where...
Can I just say, hang on, before you say it, I have to do this. To which camera? This camera, right? I apologise to the people of Brazil and to the people of the Philippines if this is not correct.
This is correct.
Because sometimes you look stuff up online and you think they all do it.
Made up fact.
I have read it. Most of them do it. Most of them put their parents in a tree and they let the tree grow.
Yeah.
And they put, you know, they put the bark back on, they stuff them in, and then the tree grows into the body. Most of them do it.
Stuff them in.
Yeah.
And this is Brazil?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, no.
Both of them?
No, it's not both of them.
No, it's Philippines.
The Philippines one is when the body comes to... That was the Philippines, and then the Brazil one is you go to the wake.
Oh, yeah, the wake. The wake where they don't exactly bury their, you know, their relatives. They take them to the wake and they prop them up.
Give them a drink.
Yeah.
Put some sunglasses on them. Big cigarette.
They do. Big cigar in their mouth.
Bernie's.
Yes,
remember that?
It's exactly that. You've got it.
You don't but he's
They do that, bro.
In the podcast, he's telling me all this stuff, right? And now I've got an expensive wake to build because I've got to get some form of prop, and then he's going to want his guitar in his hand at the same time. Like this.
Yeah, but you won't get Spandau there.
So I listened. I mean, we had to listen to the next episode of all about parenting. So
I love that episode.
There's something all the way. So you start with the death, and then it's all these life skills.
Listen, Roman and I have got a million things to talk about, a million. And, you know, in this first series, we've, like, covered 10 different topics, 9 different topics.
Yeah.
I went there every day to record this, and I just cried with laughter.
Yeah. To be honest, I put out on social media whilst we were recording it, and I said, you know, what are the things that before, you know, people's parents had passed away, what were the things that they'd always wanted to speak to them about, or get advice on, or you know, have those conversations? And we had so many replies and so many topics that came back.
Right.
And yeah, this next one, obviously, they come out the podcast comes out every Wednesday, and the next one, parenting, is not safe for work at all. If you are listening on the train or anywhere,
which I did.
Make sure it's in headphones.
Yes. You need headphones.
Yeah.
But as you say, I mean, it's really funny, really funny. But also the conversations you have as well. It's so interesting because, as you say, parenting, everybody does it differently.
Yeah.
And you were saying, right, tell me what your advice is. And you're like, okay, well, this is how I did it.
Yeah.
Might not be right. But it's kind of works.
Because when you're a parent, you discover, don't you, as you go along. The older, you know, you can say, I'm going to do it like this, I'm going to do it like this at a certain age.
Yeah.
But when you get there, it's always different.
You don't know.
You have to
It's a lot of trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, there you go, tuck into that.
But basically, parenting is all about listening. That's the key to it, I think.
Yeah.
But there was, Helen might have said it, there's no hierarchy.
Absolutely. I never wanted hierarchy.
Yeah.
I never wanted that family structure.
Yeah.
You know, if Roman had something to say, Roman was the most articulate little boy you can ever imagine. And if he had a problem, he could talk to me about it.
Right.
And he would always, like, rather than me telling him off and saying, go and sit on that, you know, the step over there, or go to your room and be quiet.
Try and reason with it.
Never do that. Just listen and have a conversation about it.
That's worked out all right.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Speaking of articulate, this is actually very, very nice.
Good.
And I say that as if I was surprised. I'm surprised at my own taste buds that I'm enjoying.
Well done, you.
So thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
I very much appreciate it.
What are you going to be making for Martin and Roman at the end of the show?
Delicious.
Will it be an Italian two-course dinner? Starting with chicken Milanese, I'm going to fry up a chicken supreme in breadcrumbs and serve it alongside some basil and some rocket parmesan salad. For Martin's pasta, I'm going to toss fresh linguine through olive oil, garlic, a pinch of chilli and lots of parmesan. Or will it be a Scandinavian-inspired supper with their least favourite fish? So I'm going to poach a beautiful piece of chalk-stream trout in aromatics. I'm going to serve with watercress mayonnaise, pickled cucumber. I'm going to serve it alongside an Icelandic-inspired dish of potatoes, dill, smoked salmon and sour cream. Log on to the website now and have your say. Still to come, Helen rescues us from our wine woes. She's on a mission to stop us reaching for the same bottles time and time again, uncorking some exciting alternatives she's found in the supermarket shelves. And will we take Martin and Roman to their food heavens, linguine with olive oil, garlic and chicken Milanese, or will they face their food hells, poached trout with watercress mayo and potato and dill, smoked salmon salad? Log on to the website now and have your say. OK, dinner. So this is Omani and Mexican.
Yes.
What's the Omani element?
OK, so the Omani element is going to be the lamb, which we're going to marinate in loads of spices. Okay. And the reason I decided to do this is because I was in Yucatan, Mexico. Do you know where that is?
Yes.
Not Mexico, Yucatan.
Yes.
OK, yeah. So it's like 2 hours from Cancun. So these are our spices. Let me just pop them in the oven.
OK.
So, yeah, I was there.
So what spices do we have there?
So we have some cinnamon, and these are the toasted ones. So we have cinnamon, cardamom, black pepper, coriander seeds, cumin, and some dried lime powder, which is one of my faves.
So this is a dried lime?
Yeah, that's a dried lime. But actually, it's a lemon. Yeah, did you know that?
I did not know that. But I was interested to know, so you know those preserved lemons you get in supermarkets?
Yeah.
They're that size?
So, it's basically the same thing. It's just kind of like a variety. So in Oman and other parts of the Middle East, that's how they come. So they're usually cute and small and sweet.
OK.
So I really prefer them. So, but we just call them limes because they look like limes here.
OK,
yeah.
I'm with you.
So going to grind up all of our spices.
Right.
Could you help me? I don't know.
Nah. Yes. Yeah. So this is a real sort of celebratory dish, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I just came back from Yucatan and I had a dish called pollo pibil. Well, this is kind of awkward.
No, that's all right. Keep going.
I had a dish called pollo pibil.
Yeah.
And basically, pibil means to like cook in an earth oven, and in Oman we also cook in an earth oven.
Keep it going.
And so we call it a tanur. And so shua, which is our celebratory dish, is cooked in the ground in a big fire pit in a village.
I didn't hear any of that. At ease, Michaela. At ease. Woo! You nearly came on there, girl. Right.
So we're marinating all these spices. Traditionally, it would go in the ground. You'd wrap it in banana leaves, which Mexicans also do with their...
barbacoas?
Yeah, I know barbacoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this wasn't barbacoa.
No, but that's what they do in Mexico.
Yeah.
Same gig.
Yeah, same gig.
Banana leaves.
Yeah, so cooking banana leaves, put it in the ground, which we also do. In Oman, we would actually put it in a date palm sack, and it gives an extra like smokiness type of flavour, which is really awesome.
Okay.
And then we're just going to cook that for a long time and basically make the similar kind of Mexican dish, but with an Omani kind of farm in the middle. Yeah.
Nice.
Timing-wise for that, obviously because you can't
Yeah.
feel or touch the temperature like an oven. How long would you be in for? 12?
So like, you can put it as long as you want. So like if it was in the ground,
Yeah.
they leave it up to 24 hours. Yeah, they just leave it in there, do what they want to do, come back to it the next day.
And pray that it's cooked.
Yeah. So you would actually do it. You do it on the first day of Eid, come back to it on the second day of Eid, and then it's like gorgeous and literally just comes off the bone like anything.
I'm quite good at doing like real homemade Mexican. Like,
yeah?
Really?
Yeah, I use this, like, it's like a technique, it's called All El Paso.
I hear it's very good.
It's, well, I make it quite well.
I like ate loads in Mexico. I think I came back like 5 kilos heavier, but it was all good. Ate loads of beans. They love their beans, which we're also going to be including in here. Ate a lot of meat. And yeah, this was definitely my favorite dish that I came back with. Like Yucatecans, I think, have one of the best cuisines in Mexico, I would say. Very interesting people.
So this was
Like the Mayan.
Yes, there's a Mayan place.
Mayan.
Yeah.
Did you see any UFOs?
Yeah, I went to actually the Wonder of the World, Chichen Itza.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow. At first I was like, okay. And then when they told me about like Chichen Itza and how it works, I like got really excited. It's the oldest calendar in the world, which is very, very cool. And Mayans are just so clever, like much more clever than us. Yeah.
But how?
But
The aliens. Everything always goes back to the aliens, dude.
aliens, yeah. I'm with you. I believe in aliens.
Thank you.
What about you?
You two and Tom Cruise. So you fell in love with Mexico?
I fell in love with Mexico. Honestly, it's such a beautiful place.
By your tour guide?
Okay. Well, I may have complained about the people I went with, but the tour guide saved the trip. He was gorgeous. A bit young for me, but absolutely gorgeous. He made the trip worthwhile. Mexicans are beautiful people, I must say.
Speaking of gorgeous, here you have a little crush on Martin.
On Martin.
Not you, Roman. Your dad.
I'm so sorry, but like...
Take a back seat, kid. Still got it.
Listen, girlfriends growing up. That's all it ever was. That's all it ever was.
The crush with Martin started in a weird way because I used to be a massive EastEnders fan. Since I was born to EastEnders. My grandmother made my mum have it on in the labour room so that she could watch EastEnders and then like give birth. Anyway, so I remember like Steve Owen very, very well. I used to think he was my dad. Okay, so my dad like lived in Oman, so I never like saw him. Not a bad guy, I just didn't see him. But I used to just love looking at Steve Owen. I was like, that's my dad. I want him to be my dad.
Oh.
But then I got older and realised he was just so cute. So now I just love him.
You should see Ross Kemp, much fitter.
I'm not sure where to go with that information, to be honest. But...
Well, it's okay. My cousins love you, and they thought you were younger than you actually are. But you're a year older than me, but they said I aged badly and you aged better.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bit offended, so...
Hey, wow. Just got to mention that.
Right, tell us about this lamb. So you smother it in all those spices?
Yeah, smothered in loads of spices, and you kind of want to keep it on the thicker side so that it forms a really nice crust when it goes in the oven. And then usually I'd like take over the whole entire table and like really wrap it up super well so that none of the juices escape, because the juices is the best part of this dish.
Okay.
And then we're just going to put this in the oven. You leave it for...
Is it always leg of lamb, or would you use a shoulder? Or...
No, so actually I love to use a shoulder or a leg. In Oman, you put the whole entire goat or lamb inside.
You need a big oven then.
You need
big hole.
Oh,
big hole.
Yeah.
So you're cooking this for about 5 hours, is that right?
Yeah, 5 hours.
Okay.
And you just have to leave it, or if you're like risky, you can just do it overnight.
Right.
Where's my avocado? Okay, there we go.
And what sort of temperature?
Please.
If you go and wash your hands before you do that, because you've just been all over the lamb. And what sort of temperature?
Temperature like 120 to 140 in between there. Depends how long you're going to leave it for.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just leave it to do its thing, and you get on with everything else. That's the best part.
Nice.
Okay, so tortillas, want to warm these up, ideally corn tortillas, but you can use kind of like the wheat ones as well.
Have you tried those blue ones?
Blue ones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Blue corn.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And also, they drink a lot of corn drinks, which is nice. Corn in a drink is a vibe.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly, you should try it. like you get this nice, like sweet, corny taste, but not
John, I'm into now.
what?
Mezcal.
Yeah, it's great.
Smoky mezcal.
Yeah.
I got in all sorts of trouble the other night.
Yep.
So here is our lamb, all nice and cooked and ready for us.
So this is kind of, I know this is kind of special occasion stuff. You've got a whole leg of lamb. This is sort of, you could like chop up leftovers of a Sunday roast, that sort of thing.
Yeah, literally, no, that's it. So usually, if we've made like shua for Eid or a birthday or something, this is what I like to do. Then it's always been tacos. Like tacos are like my favourite thing ever. So I just think it's a great way to kind of use up all of your leftovers. Any meat that you want to go for, chicken, and also this recipe works with all meats as well. I can't comment on pig, but I'm assuming pig and spices, nice.
Right, so this little salsa is very nice. Is this made up, or is this something you had
You
over
don't
there?
know how to cut a pomegranate.
Well, Peter
I've tried
Gordon showed me how
teaching
to
you.
do this.
Yeah, but you don't cut the pomegranate properly.
Well, I'm not. All right, crack on with your lamb.
Bit upset.
Well, don't be upset.
Okay, so lamb is shredded. These are nice and warm. Just thank you. You going there?
I'm getting there. Right, okay.
Here's
So what are we got in here? So the red onion, pomegranate, coriander, oh, a little bit of habanero in there. Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got this. So in Mexico, they call this frijoles. I think my pronunciation is pretty good there. So
Okay, well done,
frijoles is
you.
basically like refried beans, and then they like blend it up, and they kind of add in a few more like spices, just a bit of onions, and this was everywhere, and you eat it with everything. I had it for breakfast every day. It was great, except on the day I was flying back home. I was just worried.
Why?
In case I got like, I don't know, a bad tummy on the plane.
They do it with eggs,
It's a long
right? Normally in the
flight.
morning.
Pardon?
They do it with eggs as well, right?
Yeah, with the eggs, and then they love their habanero
Sorry, Bryn,
sauce.
crispy eggs. Sorry.
Have you been to Mexico?
I have, yeah. It's lovely. I mean, the food is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
It is. What's your favourite dish?
I will say tacos, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, tacos. It's just
It
great.
is just easy, just as much as
Happy
possible.
food. Yeah. I ate a lot of it. There we go. So we're just going to layer this up. Usually, like if you're in Mexico, they give everything separately. And then you just kind of just lay it all up yourself.
Yep.
So I'm just doing it here.
Okay.
Put on our
So that's that. There's a mess
shredded
in it.
part. Thank you.
Smells amazing.
Yeah, it smells.
So what are you doing over the summer? Are you doing festivals and stuff?
So, a lot of festivals, ever since the book came out, doing a lot of those. So I'm going to be going all over London, St Albans, going down to Wales as well, at the end.
Welsh Wales.
Yeah, can't wait.
Abergavenny.
Yeah.
See you there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tom. One for you.
Can you, like, load up the other? Where are you going? You're meant to help me, man.
Can't do everything.
I need you in my life.
What do you need?
I need you to lay
Oh.
out that one. Bit of beans, bit of avocado.
Yep.
Make sure you put a lot on for them.
Okay.
Okay?
What time's dinner anyway? Because
Can I tell you? This show, what I will say is that, like, this is my first time on this show, and I've realised that basically this show, you are the dog in your kitchen.
Yes.
I know exactly how our dogs felt because you're there like this, I'm there like this.
oh yeah.
I've realised I haven't looked at either of you. I'm just looking at the food.
That's all it is. That's
I haven't
what it's
listened to
about.
anything.
Okay, there we go.
Right, all right, happy? Good.
Got that done.
Okay. Bit of that.
Nice and beautiful. One down.
I mean, that's...
Any tequila in that
salsa's
salsa?
lovely on its own.
Any tequila?
Well, Matt didn't bring any, so blame
Right.
him.
Matt drank it.
Not working hard enough.
Looks beautiful. What's it called?
Okay, we've got Omani-inspired lamb tacos with a habanero and pomegranate salsa.
Delicious.
For you.
Okay, inbound. Ready?
Wow, look at that.
Tuck in. Pomegranates everywhere. Right, so what goes with tacos, Hells?
Right, so we have gone for a red wine with this. This is called the Misfits. It's £10 from Tesco, and the grape is Sanso. And Sanso is a grape, is what I love about this one. So I know you're not a huge fan of red wine, Dina, so I thought I'd go gently. This isn't a big, chewy red. This is really light and juicy. And
What are you doing with a fork?
Have you ever eaten a taco with a fork?
Martin, I really...
Pick it up.
Martin! Martin just made it!
I know, but I'm just tasting
No,
the
listen, I really
with
love
you, Martin.
you.
I'm with you.
taking the fork away.
Yeah.
Take the
But I
fork
wanted
away.
to taste the lamb. I'm not coming on here again with him.
Yeah, come by yourself, it's fine.
OK, so back to the red very quickly. What I'm hoping is, because it has got that kind of snap of pomegranate about it, and I know how much you love pomegranates, this is a kind of light red that you could chill in the summer, hot summer's day, if you're having this for lunch, stick it in the ice bucket, really nice and juicy. It's what you want.
Can I say that tastes so like nice and like fresh and really great, really brilliant, really lovely.
How you getting on with the red?
It's good. And if you like roll it around your mouth, then you taste the fruitiness. That's so good.
Exactly. Really good. It goes pop.
Very nice. So that's that good, boys?
I love.
Wow.
Yeah, happy?
Yeah.
Great,
I always
right.
love the pomegranate.
Superb.
You tuck into that.
Martin. Sorry, I cooked for him.
All right.
I don't need you anymore.
Keep it inside. So where's the off? What's going on?
Yay!
Okay. Dad, reunion.
Hi, all of you.
Ah, sweet.
Oh, sorry. What a
Best
sucker.
day.
Do you know what the girlfriend thing, when you growing up, that must have been really tricky.
That's my life, mate. Can I tell you? When people say, why did you name the podcast what you named it?
Yeah.
That.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Really annoying.
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong, like everyone always goes, I'm like the face of nepotism at point. And it's like, and I get it, I totally get it. I am a nepo baby, but at the same time, it's like, you don't understand, sometimes there is frustrations to having your dad as Martin Kemp.
Yeah.
And that's what the podcast's for.
Let's have a plug again. Do you agree? 100% she would. Right, the website vote's closed. We can soon find out whether Martin and Roman are facing their food heavens or food hells. Right, excuse me. Now, I'm full of lamb. Now, when it comes to choosing wine, it's easy to get stuck in a rut and pick the same bottles time and time again. Hells here is on a mission to stock our wine racks with some new, exciting alternatives. Now, Hells, we've done this item before.
Yes.
It went down very well.
Did it?
Yes, it did. So we're doing it again.
Oh.
What is it all about this time?
So, like I said before, just sometimes we wouldn't eat exactly the same food every night, like we change it up. But with wine, we tend to go the other way sometimes. We're a bit like, we find the wine we like, it's a bit of a risk trying something new because you don't know what it's like till you get it home, so let's just...
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you something...
My missus does that.
Well, I know what wine she
She's getting
likes.
really bored of it.
No, but she knows what she likes what she knows. Good for her, I think,
Anyway.
Like Bryn here. So, same thing.
Yes.
But we're going to start...
He only likes expensive.
He likes expensive wine. But we're going to start with Roman first.
Yep.
Because when you were asked about, when I was told what your wine rut is, there isn't even a wine rut. You don't like wine, you drink lager.
Lager.
I never knew that choice was there.
Yes.
I've got lager as
Which,
well.
you know, I like
But
that.
one of those when it's like when the party's kind of finishing and everyone's going, well, we're all out of beer. They just open that wine. That's it.
It doesn't
That
matter.
is it. Doesn't matter.
But I've got something for you, which is, it's essentially, it's a very traditional method of sparkling wine called pet nat, and it's what the cool kids drink, which is why you've never heard of it. It's true.
What's pet nat stand?
So pet nat is pétillant naturel.
Okay.
So what they do is they put the wine in the bottle whilst it's still fermenting, and then they put a crown cap on the top. So you're left with a wine that's got sparkle, fizz, so it's a sparkling wine, but all the yeasts are still in there, so all the goodness is still in there,
Did
actually.
you only find this in East London?
It's in East London, but now, this is the pet nat from M&S, £15. It launched a couple of days ago, and as far as I know, that is the first supermarket pet nat on the shelves ever.
Okay, funky.
So it is a bit funky, that's the point, but that's why I was hoping...
Can I put this in a pint glass?
You can do whatever you like with it.
But it tastes like...
Chin.
Yeah, and it's 11%, so it's kind of naturally a bit lighter in alcohol, which is, you know, that's all very on trend. I'm hoping this is what... Oh, sorry. So you can put it in a pint glass, but I'm really hoping that that has won you over.
Yeah, it is
as a
nice,
lager
very
drinker.
nice.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Very nice. It is.
Martin's
quite
not
fresh.
sure.
No, I'm not sure.
I'm telling you the honest truth.
It tastes a little bit too much like fizzy yeast.
It's
Yes.
very yeasty.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But
It's
that,
organic.
it is, well, it's pretty much, it's minimal intervention. You stick the wine in the bottle, let it do its thing.
Not too much of the
Bryn,
wine.
when people say it
Like-
tastes
Not
organic, that usually means it's not very good.
No.
I tell you, it was like that. Nicholas Ekstead was like
So
that.
Nicholas Ekstead would love that. He
Yeah,
would
that's
love
him all
that.
over.
That is him all over. Right, we're on to Bryn. Now, for Bryn, your wine rut is you're very happy
Can I just
with
clarify?
your...
I don't think it's a rut, mine. I think it's paradise.
You're
mine.
very happy with your...
Like a lot of building to get to that wine cellar.
with your red Bordeaux and your white Burgundy. And I hear you and I love that, and that's a very nice place to be. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out of your wine rut. So with a grape that you know and love, so Chardonnay, because that's white Burgundy. So that's your comfort blanket, but I'm going to make you drink some from Australia, which I know will probably make you a bit nervous because you prefer old world to new world. But they've also blended this with Grüne Veltliner, which is an Austrian grape, which I know you love because we've had that with one of your dishes before. So I thought if I put them together and put them in Australia, $7.99 from Aldi, and it's because they're now making Chardonnays in a much fresher style, really, from Australia. So I wanted to basically get you to drink an Australian Chardonnay and think it's actually quite delicious.
Lovely. It's got a bit of oak as well. It's got that kind of colour, the texture.
That's your nod to your white burgundy.
Woke.
No.
It's a bit of work, this.
I'm sat here, like, copying all the adults.
Yeah.
I'm looking around and everyone's going like this. I don't know why we're doing it. I've seen you just go like that. So I'm going to go like that.
Drink, have a taste.
I really like that.
I like that.
But do you know what, Hells? I would fill that with ice
Yeah, go for it.
to make it fresher.
Well, I was going to say the opposite,
longer.
right?
Yeah.
Not have
Yeah.
it as cold. You might get that bit more of the...
Yeah, and also that is only 11% as well, so it's a really nice light. I would call that a lunchtime wine.
Lunch wine?
Yes, lunch wine.
2-bottle lunch wine.
Yes, let's not go into that.
Nice.
So you really
I mean, you're
like
not
that
going to
one?
change him.
No, we're not going to change him, but we might. So Dina,
Yeah.
I know that you love white, you love orange.
I wouldn't say it's a love, but I don't really understand wine.
Okay, but you would drink those.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wouldn't choose red.
Orange is usually sweet.
Orange. They can
Only the one I
be
had.
there. I mean, their flavours
Yeah.
can be all over the place.
Yes.
But orange, that's a whole other conversation.
I
All I think, wine comes in Arsenal colours. Red, white. That's it.
So this one,
Orange
well,
wine.
I promise you we'll do orange wine another time, 'cause that's really fun.
Not bits of real orange in
This
it,
is
is it?
rosé, because I know you had a
the
rosé
work of
from
the devil.
Armenia that you love.
Do you like
No, it's lovely. I love it.
Like
Really
it.
nice.
So
work of the devil?
This is rosé from Greece. And I love this. This is new in Majestic. It's just launched, $9.99, made from 3 grapes. So you've got Reditus, which is really lemony, Moscafilero, which is quite aromatic, and then you've got Ayoyitico, which is the red grape, because the colour comes from the...
Skins.
See, just checking he's still listening. He zones out when I'm
I was
talking
totally
normally.
zoning out. I was thinking about what's going on next. Sorry.
So that's where you get the colour from. The colour comes from the skin.
It is quite like a soft rosé, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I think I will be drinking as much Greek rosé or this summer as I will Provence rosé.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
nice.
it, really.
Really nice.
As you can.
As I
I'm gonna
can.
be drinking as much
Tina?
rosé as I can.
You know what? It's not what I expected. When it goes in your mouth and you like swish it around, I keep swishing it. I don't know what I'm swishing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It reminds me of squash, which I like.
Well,
Good.
squash is nice wine form.
Orange squash.
Yeah. Roman?
Is this rosé?
Yes.
Okay.
What did
I don't know, you said orange.
I know. That was confusing.
I like
Yes.
orange.
No, well, that's rosé. Right, Martin.
Yeah.
You love your Chateauneuf du Pape.
Yep.
And I love that. I love Chateauneuf. We all love Chateauneuf. But it is normally at least about 15 quid a
Yeah.
bottle, and it can go up to goodness knows what. So this is from another region in the Rhône called Kiran. And Kiran is only about half an hour from Chateauneuf du Pape. So it's the same grapes. You've got Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre in there, but that's $11.50.
It tastes exactly the same.
Morrison's. And so it's very near, same soil, yeah. So it's like a baby Chateauneuf du Pape. And also, look at the label, it looks really expensive.
Yeah, he'll only be served drinks if there's like girls around here holding the bottle up with sparklers and they're all going, hey,
There you are.
Like in the 80s.
That's what
Yeah, but that's what Mum has to do every day.
deliver it with the
Yeah.
bill.
So that one's called La Verdure Caran, and that's from Morrison's, and it's $11.50. Would that persuade you over a time?
There is not a lot of difference in that. In fact, this would be a lot better. Like if you're going to drink, you know, when sometimes a lot of people you drink when about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when you're making dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a little bit lighter.
Yes,
Which is a bit better.
exactly. So more your kind of, it's your midweek rather than your Chateauneuf the weekend.
What is the percentage?
Well, that
14 and a half,
will
it's
still be,
quite
yes, I
high,
was going
yeah?
to say a Rhone Red is never going to be shy on the alcohol side.
Yeah.
So you still get the oomph.
Here we go. Right, let's get this one going. Football's on after this, Helen. Let's go.
Glasses away.
A little bit of blackcurrant in there. You'll be
It's
fine.
good, isn't it? It's really juicy. But Bryn, please, can you please share with the group what happened with the rosé that you had in a restaurant? Because I do think
yes.
that proves because Matt teases me for using so much rosé, but it's such a great food wine.
I went to a very good restaurant, 2-star Michelin, and I had a rabbit dish. I could see the wine waiter coming over with a bottle of rosé, and I'm thinking, that can't be for me, that's not for me. But he served me rosé with rabbit, beautiful. So I think when you go to restaurants, you got to trust the wine people, the wine sommelier there, because they do take you to places that you don't normally go. And I think when you have a good one, they'll explain everything. And that's where was the clincher, that rosé with rabbit in a 2-star restaurant.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Really nice.
It's the
Yeah,
same
really
as going to if you go to an independent wine shop, always ask the
Yeah.
person there. They will get you out of your wine rut. Or you can text me.
Just leave your number on the screen.
online,
There we go.
yeah.
Was that helpful? Will you try that?
Really
What
good.
wine would you have with chicken dippers? That's what I want.
I won't go for the white. I go for the white or the rosé.
The white.
You actually took that
Now you
seriously.
know. Yeah, sorted.
Well, Helen, that was very informative.
Thank you.
I'm very informed. Thank you very much for that. Right, we're going to soon find out whether Martin and Roman are facing their food heavens or food hells. But right, time to find out whether Martin and Roman are facing their food heavens or food hells. So food heaven was the spaghetti I can't pronounce with the olive oil, garlic, a little bit black.
Aglio e olio.
That's the boy.
Olio.
Alio. Or add a big old chicken nugget, chicken Milanese, or it could be this, which is hell, and there's all the salmons and the short stream trout. What do you think you got?
I really hope it's the big chicken nugget.
Yeah, 100% it is. Big vote. 60.
Oh, thank God.
63% of people, so...
Only 63.
Yeah, that's all right. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Be happy with that.
Well, listen,
51-49, you're not sure happy with that.
37% or whatever it is, I'll see you in a car park.
Right, Bryn's going to do your pasta. I'm going to do your chicken. Let's get on with it. Right, so I'm going to smash out the chicken. Smash it out gently. Not batter it too much. You can do it with wafer thin, or you can do it so it's still got a bit of texture, a bit sort of thicker, which I personally prefer. That's the skin. Right, let's put that there. Sorry, let's get up in here. I'm going to take the fillet out as well, so you can save that for another dish.
It is funny, though, that, like, as an adult, that's just what you would call just a big chicken nugget. It's a fancy way of saying that that's what you like.
Basically, it's delicious. I mean, obviously, have you had it with chicken? You had it with veal before?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is nice. I do like it.
I like any food that's just been smashed. You know what I mean?
Avocado.
Yeah, avocado, mash, right.
Right, so while we get on with this, I'm just going to dip it in some flour, egg, breadcrumbs, start to fry it. We're going to make a little basil oil, serve with a bit of rocket parmesan salad for a 1990s feel. Right, the best decade. You disagree, presumably.
What?
80s was your favourite decade, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, listen, I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, that was the time I turned from a boy to a man.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
You don't remember much of it, though, do you?
Had a good time.
I've got no comment on that.
On the podcast, you dipped into it. It was interesting. I listened to the episode where you were saying it was, you know, if you were to go tomorrow, you'd be quite happy because you were drinking champagne on Learjets, flying around the world at 7 o'clock in the morning.
But it's what I was telling you a second ago. It's like every now and again, my dad will come out with like a story that I'm half like obscured as to whether or not it's true. Like we were talking, you know, in the podcast. At one point we talk about parties, and he goes, oh, do you know I had a party with Michael Jackson. he goes, yeah. And then it was me and Michael Jackson, and we were walking through Soho, and he had his glove on.
Yeah, it is true.
And I'm like, did that happen or did it?
Yes, he was over promoting Off the Wall.
Yeah, but can I just say, but what I need to get at is how has it taken until you're, you know, what are you, 75 now, to be able to work out that that's when it happened?
Well, it did. I mean, you know, me and Michael Jackson went on a bender. That is...
Was it bad?
And this is how we're cancelled.
Is this how it all finishes?
This is how it ends, Matt. Eating a big chicken nugget with my dad.
Me and Michael Jackson went on a big night out.
I was going to say, if you'd read your dad's book, you'd know that story.
Oh, God. So he hasn't even read it.
I wrote it.
Now let's talk about your new series, Roman. It's coming out on Monday.
Yes.
At the finish line.
Yeah,
a
the finish
grown-up
line.
quiz.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very grown-up show. So it's our second series of a quiz show, but like so many quiz shows, you know, people might be seeing it for the very first time on Monday. It's myself and the wonderful Sarah Green.
I love that.
Oh my God, Sarah Green!
Yeah.
What a heartthrob!
Yeah, mate, she's absolutely fantastic, and to be honest, she keeps me in check most of the time. It's a very simple quiz show. People are on. It's that weird. A lot of people say, "Oh, you do the show with the people that are on Stana stair lifts."
What?
And I was like, because they're like little moving podiums, right? They move forward. And I'm like, yeah, kind of.
Well, that's cool. Like those things in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you answer a question correct, your podium moves forward. But it is, if you like quizzes, it is the most amount of questions you can get in any quiz on TV, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah,
You have to speak really fast.
I have to speak so fast. So
Lots of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, loads of coffee, and so yeah, it's a lot of good fun. 4:30 weekdays from Monday. Yeah.
And the one show going well?
I love it, mate. With your good friend Alex Jones.
I love Alex.
I hear all about your nights out.
Oh, inside info.
Go on.
It wasn't with Michael Jackson, though, was it?
No, believe it or not, it wasn't. No. But no, mate, yeah, one show, listen, I love it.
Always super fun to come on that show. I love it.
Yeah, it's, well, you never know what way you're turning next, so it's brilliant.
There's a lot of different sort of deviations.
Well, the thing is, I love with the one shows, I feel like it's such a nice representation of what is going on in our wonderful country.
Yeah. You get some real sort of, terrible story, and then here's a roller skating dog.
Yeah. sometimes life can hit you like that, and what's nice is that it's nice to turn on to a show that makes you feel good at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's not all about doom and gloom. So, and I was saying to Bruno just a second ago, we cover. It's not just... Sometimes you get some shows that are so England-focused and so just London and what's happening in the metropolitan cities. This covers everywhere in the UK, so it's so wonderful.
Bryn, do you want to talk us through what you're doing?
So I've got good olive oil, sliced garlic. We're just going to warm it up gently. Nice bit of colour. We're going to add...
See, that's the thing with this dish, isn't it? You've got to have great olive oil.
Yeah. So just lightly colour, the camera can see that, just a little bit of colour. Do you like it quite spicy?
Yeah.
In with a chilli. And we're just going to basically flavour in that oil. That's what you're doing. So nice bit of colour. We'll cook the pasta in the boiling water. We'll add some parsley, grated parmesan. And the key to it, a little bit of the water into the dish to emulsify the olive oil and the water. That gives you that sauce rather than just oil and pasta.
Right,
Create a sauce. That's what we're going to do.
What he said. And what about you, Martin? So you're doing Back to the 80s?
I am on Back to the 80s tour constantly, We do about 130 shows a year where we're up and down the country, we're playing 80s to about 1,000 people every night. We do 3 times a week, and it is absolutely the most energy I've ever felt in my life.
Right.
It beats, hands down, it beats Spandau shows.
Really?
It is so much more euphoric because everybody knows every single word to those songs.
Right.
So everybody sings along. When you go and see a band, there's always about 4 or 5 songs you don't know. So it all dips and it goes quiet. There is none of that.
Right.
Everyone's
a banger.
Yeah, everyone's a fan.
Have you been?
You said you've been Wrexham.
I'll be totally honest, I've got an anti-sell towards it. Sorry, I've got an anti-sell towards it. Please stop borrowing tickets. Because my mum and dad need to go on holiday. My mum hasn't seen my dad in a long time. But no, they are loose. Every time you send in a video of, I've never seen so many bras thrown at my dad.
So you were in Wrexham last week, Martin.
Yeah, we did Wrexham last week. That was wonderful because, the Welsh love a sing-song as well.
Yeah.
But listen, we're up in Manchester tonight and Newcastle tomorrow night. We've done it it's been going for the last 4 or 5 years now, and it is the best thing that I do. The most fun.
Do you play a Nolan Sisters song?
No.
Oh.
What's that?
So does he play a Nolan Sisters song?
I love I found the Nolan. So is that why you're bringing it up?
Yeah. We've got to go. This sounds...
I found the Nolans on Instagram just before we came on there.
We just recently...
It was what was it, so In the Mood, or was it?
In the
that song?
In the Mood for Dancing?
Yeah, it was a great track.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about your gigs, I think that you tell me, is everyone transports back to being a kid.
Yeah, everyone transports back
There's
to
no
being a
judgment,
kid,
and it's,
17. But people forget as well how good it feels to sing. You know, like guys who go to football, that's why they sing, because they feel great. You get those endorphins. You come to those Back to the 80s shows and you sing all night and you forget how great that is.
Yeah.
And you feel good. That's why being in a choir makes you feel good, because you forget that. And that's what people experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You ready, kid?
Before me.
Right. Roman, there's your big chicken Milanese. How's...
Okay, so we have so obviously we've gone Italian with this one, an Italian white. This is Taste the Difference from Sainsbury's. It's their Garvey, which, as Matt will tell you, goes with everything. Garvey does go with everything, but particularly when you've got Italian food on your plate. So this is £10 from Sainsbury's. As I say, being Taste the Difference, it's a little better than your average.
That's
really
delicious.
Smart, great producer.
Really nice.
Really good value.
Where's my... Oh, it's down here, sorry.
I knew you'd love it.
I'm not even... I'm not, You're right there.
It might be long then.
Under pressure, it's only a pasta dish, Bryn.
You said right,
Bryn, with pasta, you just need to show it the
that.
water. Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's coming on.
Will mine be long?
Have a taste.
Dive into that, Roman. Oh, here.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Thank you very much.
It's hot, Martin. Very hot.
You can taste that in the next 10 seconds. I'll be very grateful. We haven't even had time to talk about you and Shirley feeding Roman to the sharks. If you're interested in that, you need to listen to the podcast. Right, brilliant. That's all from us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Let's leave a cliffhanger. Thanks to Bryn, Helen, Dina, and of course Martin and Roman. All the recipes from the studio on the website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. I'm on BBC Two tomorrow at 10 a.m. with more Best Bites and back here live next Saturday with Jason Manford. I'm running out of breath. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.